So we're back in Versailles. We should just move to Versailles, honestly speaking.
Every other day we are here.
And today we're going to be visiting a very interesting visit. We have no idea how it's gonna go because we have never done it. And it's going to be about
the bathroom of Versailles.
And we are actually here today to show you guys the reality of what happened in Versailles and how the toilets played a major role in the palace and the life of the court. So we're gonna go there. On y va! Our visit starts with the founder of Château de Versailles, Louis XIV, and his chamber. This is where the king would wake up at 8:30 exactly, when the first valet awakened him with "Sire, voilà l'heure," or in English, "Sire, now is the time."
It is wrongly believed that the king took only one bath in his life. It isn't true, as back in the 17th century, the questions of hygiene were addressed with vigor, especially at the royal palace of Versailles.
Indeed, the questions of water carrying epidemics were present through the 17th century, particularly concerning when it is at a high temperature. It was thought that diseases could penetrate the skin through larger pores caused by warm water. These concerns were particularly evident with children and their health.
This is why, for example, the father of Louis XIV, Louis XIII, didn't have his legs fully washed until the age of 6.
Louis XIV himself did not take full-body baths often, and instead liked to enjoy a swim in running water rivers, particularly in Conflans-Sainte-Honorine, and he regularly used wipes drenched in alcohol.
It wasn't the lack of hygiene that caused rare baths at the palace, but the people's distrust of water.
In fact, it was at the time of Louis XIV that the town of Versailles was developed and modernized. It shortly became a city with a proper water network that ensured the cleanliness for the palace and the city.
There were beautiful bath apartments in Fontainebleau and Versailles, including a splendid one constructed for Louis XIV in later half of the 17th century that have now disappeared.
By the 1730s, the toilets are born as a result of more modesty being attached to one's intimacy. The English-style toilets began to appear, as well as a new, unprecedented object after 1740. The bidet.
Other furnishings are added into the bathrooms, including beds. It was believed that the body needed to recover and rest after a bath to better protect oneself from fatigue. We reach the inner court of deer, or La Cour des Cerfs. From here, the bathroom and the toilet of Louis XV that was installed in 1728 is visible. It was also used by Louis XVI. As we go through the different parts of private apartments of Versailles, it becomes evident that hygiene was not only taken seriously as years passed, but as with everything else in this chateau, the delicate French taste and excellence were applied to the design and construction of baths and toilets.
The decor is rich and often referenced aquatic animals, nature, or Greek mythical personage. A nod to hunting is present, as this is the activity that was often followed by taking a bath.
Elegance and exquisite taste reign here. The mirrors grace the fireplaces with an occasional vase or other object placed in the center.
Above this royal bathroom floor is the lead tank with its original pipes. The water was heated here and then traveled down to the bath. It is an extreme privilege to be able to walk these intimate parts of the chateau, and we couldn't be happier to have this chance.
We traverse the grand salle, l'Œil de Bœuf, directly to the private bathroom of Marie-Antoinette on the first floor.
This space is directly adjacent to her main chamber in the Grand Appartement and her private quarters that we visited earlier this year. This is precisely the door and the corridor that the Queen used to flee through when the crowds broke into Versailles on October 6, 1789.
We then descended into her other private bathroom that we had already visited the last time, but honestly, it is never enough to visit such places, so any chance we get to come back, we do.
This room is one of the most beautiful in our opinion, as it seems to reflect the taste of the Queen Marie-Antoinette the most.
It's the fine woodwork, the colors, the slight touches of gold here and there. All is perfect in this bathroom.
We finish our visit in the Queen's chamber, on the ground floor next to the bathroom. It's set in the green tones with the portrait of Marie-Antoinette, a room that became an extension of her private apartments after the passing of Louis XVI's aunt, Madame Sophie.
We recommend you to check out our episode on the private apartments of Marie-Antoinette if you would like to see where the Queen spent a lot of time in private, away from the court.
So we just finished the visit. It was a quite interesting one. So the rumors regarding the cleanliness of the people in this chateau was not correct. Apparently Louis XIV changed his peruke, the wig, 5 times a day for the waking up one peruke, for the shots, for hunting another.
So as you can see, Versailles possesses many bathrooms, many toilets, and so you see all these things, and it makes you understand that the whole rumor of, I don't know if you guys hear these rumors, but it's a well-known thing, at least from my side. I heard it before I even moved to France, that Versailles was dirty, that they were throwing their waste out of the windows. It's absolutely not true. It's absolutely not true. When you see the state of the bathrooms, the marble floors, the the pipes that go through the walls and connect to the bathtubs, you understand that, you know what, these rumors, they are not true. Versailles was very sophisticated and still is. So yeah, it's an interesting visit. I hope you enjoyed this visit. There is this really cool new office de tourism that they built for Versailles, the city. It's so cool. It looks like an Apple store with a garden. I think this garden is dedicated to Molière, I think. Could be wrong, but yeah. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you in the next one. And until then, au revoir.